Hello, this is Jacqui Duran, your Scentsy family consultant, and today I wanted to actually come and discuss with you a little bit about bookings. Now, I know when we talk about Scentsy and we talk about really getting into the nitty-gritty, per se, of running your business, we talk about bookings. And when we're talking about bookings, we're actually talking about booking parties, right? That's the heart of our business. Because yes, we can all sit here and say, hi guys, I joined Scentsy, my name's Jacqui, and I have this really great catalog and book, and I want you to go ahead and take a look through it, and if you see anything you like, fill out the order form inside and then give it back to me, and oh, it's going to be so great, you're going to love this stuff. I do, it's so wonderful. And that's great, that's what you want to be doing, but if you're just asking for orders all the time, then what's happening? You're kind of in this stalemate and you're not expanding your circle or your customer base. And the point of doing this is because when we first start out as a consultant, we start out with this very small circle, right? With this very small circle. And when we first start out and we sign up and we join the team, we have our family and we have our friends and maybe some of the people we work with who are ordering from us. And oh yay, Jacqui just signed as a Scentsy consultant, I'm so excited. And they go ahead and they place an order with you. Oh, I love Scentsy, or oh, I've never heard of it, what is it, let me look at it, blah blah blah. And that's great, but then what happens? They order their Scentsy, they get it in, and they've got, they've got their warmer now, and they've got some bars of wax, and what happens? They're set for a while, which is good for them because it's exactly what we want. We want them to be happy. We want them to enjoy their product. And the product lasts, and it's a very good quality product, so it's doing exactly what the product's supposed to do. But what's happening is now we are kind of at this stalemate. We've now exhausted that little circle, and we're bumping up against the walls of our circle going, well, now what do I do? Who do I ask now? I don't really know anybody. But you do. So you guys remember when you joined? You got in your starter kit, you got this consultant book, right? Or a consultant guide, okay? If you don't have it still, that's okay. Sometimes we get lost and it gets kind of buried maybe sometimes in the bottom of the business supplies cabinet or whatever it is that you use for your business supplies. That's okay, because I have another list for you. But in our consultant starter guide, we have a really great and amazing tool. And this is what we call our list of 100. Now, have you filled this out? Did you fill this out when you first started? If not, that's okay. Okay, I'm not taking off any points today. It's not a quiz. But if you did, that's great. If you didn't, that's okay. Because we're going to start fresh. And we're going to redo our list of 100. Because what happens? Time changes, right? The people I know today are not the same people that I knew when I joined a little over 2 years ago. So when I first joined, I had a list of 100 people. But now, that list has grown and it's changed. And maybe I don't still go to the same hair salon that I went 2 years ago, and maybe my kids don't still play the same sports as they did and were on the same teams as they did 2 years ago. This list of 100 should be what I like to call a working document. About every 3 months, you should go back to your list of 100 and rewrite your list of 100. Now, how do we fill this out, right? It just says list of 100. But how do we do that? A really great tip that I like to use is called Frank's List. This is how we're going to create our list of 100, right? Frank's List. Friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kids, which doesn't mean that you're going to go and sell to children. This means that you're going to look at either your children's parents or maybe your sister or your nephew or niece, and you know, at their soccer games and things like that. You're going to look at their parents and the people that go to those. And S, which is what I like to stand for, is social media. Okay? Franks. So start off with the F, friends. You're going to sit here and you're going to jot down your friends. And when I say friends, I'm not talking about your bestie. Okay? Yes, you want to include your bestie on here, but think about it a little bit more. Okay? Your friends. Maybe people you go out with every so often when you have a girls' night or a couples' night, things like that. Who all shows up to those? So think of people like that who we think of as friends. Relatives. Okay. I think we all probably at least have some of those, right? Mom, dad, cousins, nieces, nephews, brothers, sisters, uncles, you know, everything. We can lay it all out there, right? Lay them all out. Okay? A, acquaintances. So when we're talking about acquaintances, again, this is when we want to kind of expand that circle of the word, acquaintances. When I think of acquaintances now, it's the teller at the bank. She's not my friend, or, I mean, we don't go out and hang out every so often or anything like that, but I know her by name. So when I pull up to the drive-thru, hey Kim, how's it going today? Oh, great, Jackie, how are you? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I know Kim, I'm going to put Kim down. Maybe your hairstylist. Maybe your postman. Okay? Things like that. Look at acquaintances, people that you run into, and that you at least maybe have some sort of a relationship with. Doesn't have to be a huge relationship, but just an acquaintance. And neighbors. If you don't know your neighbors, get out there and know your neighbors. Okay? All you have to do is a really great way that I found to introduce yourself to your neighbors. Not only to introduce yourself to your neighbors, because it's a safety thing, I think, but to let them know you're the Scentsy lady in town, is you can actually take maybe a catalog or a product list, or maybe one of the monthly special flyers, put that in a little bag, and then maybe take a nice little neighbor gift. Whatever works for you. Maybe it's a nice wedge of cheese that you picked up at the store when you were out. Or, you know that they're kind of social people. They usually, you know, like on Saturday nights, you can tell they've got some cars that show up, and you can kind of tell maybe they have like a little get-together at their home every so often. A nice little bottle of wine. Maybe a box of chocolates. Hey, it's kind of on sale right now. We just had Valentine's Day. Really great thing. Bake some cookies, some Rice Krispie treats if they've got kids at their house. Things like that. And take that over. And, oh, by the way, I'm the Scentsy lady in town, so here's a catalog and everything. Go ahead and take a look at it if you're familiar. If not, come on by, we'll chat. I'll be more than happy to let you smell all my testers. And if you need anything, just let me know. Talk to you soon. Okay, there's neighbors. Okay, kids. Like I said, if you don't have children, then look to your nieces and nephews, cousins, things like that, and then look and see where they go. Do they go to dance class? Do they go to karate? Do they go to Boy Scouts? Things like that. And then expand upon the moms and the dads that are there at those events. Okay? So maybe you want to show up to your nephew's next soccer game. What I want you to do is I want you to carry some product lists or catalogs. I prefer product lists because they're easier, lightweight, and it's a little bit more cost effective. We take some product lists, maybe take a couple samples if you have them. You know what? Carry your pouch party with you. Look how small this thing is. It fits in my purse. It can sit in the car. Okay? So you've always got a catalog with you, and like I've got like a hand sanitizer in here. I can kind of show off some of the different products that we have. Have that with you. So if somebody asks, oh hey, you want to look? Or they really like it, oh hey, take this home. Carry it around for a couple weeks. Let's talk. Okay? S, social media. I think we all basically use it now, right? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google, maybe we FaceTime people, things like that. So look at your contacts on those social media outlets. Okay? You may not be best friends with everybody. Maybe it's people that you knew back in high school. Maybe it's people from your previous job or a couple previous jobs ago, and they're still on your Facebook. Things like that. Ask. Start those conversations. Make social media more social. Okay? Make it social. There's a really good idea using Frank's List, and I guarantee you, you can probably fill out all 100 spaces. If you're a little shy, that's okay. Of people, you maybe can't quite fill it out, that's okay. You have a nice starter list to start from. Now, what do you do after you've filled this list out? This is my next form. It's called the 100 No's worksheet. And you'll see on here, there are 100 little boxes on this. Basically what this means is you're going to go down your list of 100 and you're going to ask them, "Hi Susie, I'm Jackie. I am an independent Scentsy family consultant, and I wanted to know if you would be interested in hosting either a home or basket party for me. It's really easy, really fun, and you get to earn free Scentsy and half price. Would that be something you're interested in?" What's going to happen? Susie's either going to say yes or no. If Susie says no, that's okay. Because that doesn't mean it's a no forever. It's not a no, please do not ever ask me anything like that again. I'm so, no. No, it's a no, I'm not really into that. Or no, I'm really way too busy right now. Okay, a no is not a no forever. Doesn't mean Susie's never going to host for me. Just means right now may not be the best time for her. That's okay. So I want you to take the list of 100 and match it with your list of 100 no's. And keep going down, because you know what happens? Every time you ask, you're going to check a box and it's going to be a no. Okay, great. No. Okay, Susie said no. I'm going to move on to Sarah. I'm going to ask Sarah now. Sarah said no. No, okay. Here's number 2. I've got 2 no's. Yay me. But you know what? You're going to keep on going down that list of 100. And I guarantee you that not all 100 people are going to say no. But that's going to get you into the habit of asking. So that means you're going to have to get out there and ask. You may have to pop on the phone and ask. Maybe send a text message or an email. Some people maybe prefer different types of communication, and you probably know that if you know them somewhat at all. That's okay. Okay, just because maybe I really only like text doesn't mean that I ask you to call me every month. But I'm more than happy if you text me and ask me if I want to host a party. Okay? So ask. That is our main thing. And the only other thing that I really want you to focus on is while you're making this list of 100 and looking at your 100 no's to get these checked off, is you're also going to make sure that you are figuring out exactly which dates for this month that we're in, the next month, and the month after. I only want you to work 2 months out from the month that we're at now. You don't want to go too much farther, because then you either lose interest or it just gets a little muddy when you start pushing it really far out. Okay, we don't want that. We want more current bookings. Okay, so when we're looking at booking parties, we want to keep it somewhat current. Even, next month is really great, because I'm a very big advocate of pre-booking towards the next month. But even the month after that, you really are going to have to stay on top of those people. So if Susie said, yes, I'll do it, but I can't do it until May, okay, fine, great. So you're going to put Susie down on the list for May, and she's going to say, okay, May 13th, I can do it. Okay, great. You're going to write her down, but you better make sure that you are reminding Susie that her party is going to be coming up. So it's really going to take a lot of work on your end to make sure you don't forget about Susie, because Susie may or may not remember. Okay, she may not remember that she told you that she'd be available and she'd be more than happy to host a home party then. So you have to make sure you are reminding her. That's why it's a little bit harder to book out that far. Okay, we want to keep the excitement close to home and keep it close into our current sales that we're working on. So that's kind of what we want to do when we're looking at booking. Okay, so start there and let's see where we're at.